If you guys want to get a hold of me directly, I have a way for you guys to do that, as well as getting joined into our Outside the Box event page. So that is text the word EQUIP, EQUIP, to 545454. So that's going to send you a link. That's EQUIP at 545454. And make sure to join us on the Facebook page, as well as it will have my personal cell phone in there, so you guys can reach out to me anytime. A couple of you already have. And also with that, I'm going to have Stan come up. He's one of our sponsors. He's listed for me. He's a broker, and he's written a couple books. So kind of smart guy.
Yeah. Stan Lee.
Can you guys hear me okay? Everybody at the back hear me? I'm kind of shy. Only because I was a DJ and I've done television commercials, and I finally got the microphone used to my mouth. How's that?
That's for your phone.
Okay, I am a realtor. One of the worst words in the dictionary, I understand, in the level of confidence from the public. Realtors, lawyers, and used cars people. All kidding aside, it's in that order of confidence on production for the people. Anyway, a little bit about myself. I am fairly new in this business. I just started in 1986. I worked from 86 through 90. I came back in 03, and I've been here ever since. I am a broker. I am an owner. I own Red Mountain Realty. I own My 99 Realty. My 99 just started July 16th of 20. I watched a man, and a lot of you, if you listen to Sports Animal, know who I was watching for 3 years. I said it would never work. What My 99 is doing is the same thing that Chip Adams is doing also. With the exception, Chip is doing limited service. In other words, he's putting you into the MLS. You get to have every agent in town call you direct to set up your own showings. You get to do your own negotiations. And he is not at the closing table with you like I am. I offer what normally you all think of is paying 3% to the listing side. Traditionally, it's 3% for the selling agent, 3% for the buyer agent. I've lowered the price down to $999 for full service. You're in the MLS. Before I go any too far with that, also professional photography that I pay for, out of the $999.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay? Is there a lot of money in that? No. But the reason being that I'm doing it, May 16th of last year, God woke me up at 5 a.m. telling me to go back and look at Chip Adams' production again. A normal, busy, full-time agent does an average of 10 deals a year. This man had 187 listings with $999 up front. That's $186,800 up front money. He only serves the Metro. He only does a little bit of Sports Animal Radio. He only shows his own listings. So he had 187 listings. He sold 10% of them at 3%. He walked out of the year at $432,000. Selling homes like you all have out there to sell. He didn't have to swing a hammer. He didn't have to do any of that. So, with that being said, God gave me the plan to start in on it. So from May 16th to July 1, I started working the plan. Chip only does the metro. I'm doing statewide. I've had listings now in Elk City, Ponca City, Ardmore, Ada, Crescent, numerous, plus all of Oklahoma City. All right, since July 1, I have had 90 listings. That's not too bad.
No.
Not at all. Not bad at all. I'm only doing Channel 9, and I'm spending $10,000 a month for advertising. Does it work? Yes, it does work. Well, my goal is to get to 300 a year. And it's going to happen. I lost my assistant in February because I had to let her go because she had too much drama, 29 years old. She had her 3-year-old running up and down the hallways at Western Towers, yelling and screaming, and I'm going, oh my God, this girl's got to go. She couldn't stay with her boyfriend every other week. She was breaking up with him. So there was just too much drama involved, and I had to let her go, and I've actually had to do everything since then. It's really given me a mini stroke. I'm only 20. 20 and 20. Well, I started 86. I've got 23 years of my life dedicated to real estate. And before I go any farther, I want to tell everybody, how many people think that real estate's a sales job? Okay, it's a selling job, right? Wrong. It's everything but. It's a relationship game.
That's right.
Prime example. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. With that being said, 80% of the people in Oklahoma City area, and according to about, I understand that, probably about 15 other locations, when you think about going to buy furniture, what's the first company that you think of? 80% is Mathis Brothers. Mathis Brothers has never done any advertising outside of television. Why? Because that's what Bill and Larry did. Mom, or the boy's dad that's on there now. I went to school with Larry. I just tell you how old I am. He's part owner of Betty Ford now, but you know, I don't know if you don't know what Betty Ford is. It's rehab. So anyway, I've been in 23 years. Just to give you a little bit of my experience in education, basically, I've been an owner-broker since 1986. I've worked for Keller Williams, I've worked for Coldwell Banker, and ever since I've had my own. So with that being said, I was voted in by over 5,500 agents in 2015 to be their representative on Oakmar, which is Oklahoma City Board of Realtors. 2016, and that was from 15 to 17, and there's only 12 on the committee. In 2016 through 2020, I was actually what was called a legislative rep for OAR, meaning I had to go out and talk to all the Congress and the Senate of Oklahoma. In 2012, I was in real estate. There's so many different designations that you can get to, but the cream of the top is called Certified Residential Specialist. You have to have 75 documented sales to even enter into the program. And I just told you a few minutes ago, average full-time realtor only sells 10 deals a year. So if you're not a high producer, it takes 7.5 years to get that 75 sales to even enter into the program. 2005, I did get my designation, and 2009, I got to go into leadership for national. And 2012, I was the president for Oklahoma with 487 agents underneath me. So any questions that you've got between now and the time I finally get off of this, I think you think I might know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, one thing about, I'm not going to tell you need to be a realtor. I'm telling you don't need to be scared of a realtor. I am telling you that you need to have a realtor that has education to help you. Somebody that actually has, and a lot of you are investors. Most of you are. And that's exactly why I'm at the Saturday morning investment deal every month, third week. Best thing I ever go to. I am here to help you. This, like I said, it's a relationship deal. Every time I stand up at those meetings, I tell them, okay guys, if you need a market analysis, I'm your man. Once you call me, and it's free, all I have to do is jump on, get you an RPR, and get actual value of the house that you should be either buying or selling. And it costs you nothing. So all you need to do is get my card, okay? Also, anybody in here familiar with Dave Ramsey?
Yes.
Okay. I was Dave Ramsey's very first ELP for Oklahoma City.
Oh, nice.
It was very, very nice. It was great to meet Dave and be in several meetings with him personally. Super, super Christian man. He is a marketing fool. I've never met a person like him because he's making money off of everybody. He is also a realtor. So if you don't like realtors, you don't like Dave Ramsey, okay? Because Dave Ramsey, every time he tells to use his ELP, they're making 28% of my commission, okay? I actually had to let Dave go. I let Dave go after 9 years. And the reason being, I had opened up my own business, and one of my people wanted to be an ELP also. So he put in an application, and he got it. Problem being, the guy was going through a roll of toilet paper a day. He was not writing on it. He was cleaning up his cocaine addict. Dave's had changed it to where he tried to put us all into competition against each other. And that was going to be one of my competitions. And I had to fire the guy using the roll of toilet paper. And I let Dave know about it. And they did not they kept him on. And I said, you keep him, you don't keep me. So, I guess maybe the only reason I was so down on cocaine is I am an ex-cop. And I am also an ex-fireman. So, it's astounding to me today, I've probably put 40 people in the penitentiary for one joint. It's just unbelievable. Now I can't drive down a street without seeing the people smoking joints and buying joints and all that and going down the street. No, I don't smoke marijuana. And I'm not doing gummies and all that, even though I have back pain. Anyway, being a realtor is awesome. It really is. The thing is, how many people in here are investors?
Everybody's hand up, you're an investor, you're gonna buy a house, buying houses, buy a house, live in one.
The thing is about it, the new law that's coming out in November, I'm not going to even go into it, but my understanding, I have not read everything on it yet, but I am understanding that every transaction in real estate is going to require a realtor involved from now on, after November 1st, according to the legislature. Now, the commission is going to come in with some committees and try to revert a lot of it to help the investors out. But until that happens, I don't want to try to tell you what they're going to be doing until it actually comes out. All I can really tell you is if you go and get a real estate license and you're just going to be an investor, do not become a realtor. There's where your expense and your ethics come in. I'm not saying that you should not be ethical. I'm just saying it's very expensive to be a realtor. You've got so many dues and all that. Back to what I'm doing on my 99. Yes, you go into the MLS. Well, before 2019, I was spending $36,000 a year, being $3,000 a month, $1,000 for Zillow, $1,000 for Realtor.com, and $1,000 for Trulia. In the last of 18, National Association of Realtors sold our MLS out from underneath us. When they did that, they sold it to a company called Move. Move owns Zillow, Trulia, just bought Realtor.com, and looking at Redfin next. Okay? Everything's going internet. Everything.
Yep.
I was so mad, every realtor was mad because it was ours. They had no right to do that. We didn't know for 6 months till afterwards. After the fact, I was so happy. Because once they sold out, that all came onto the MLS, going to over 200 real estate marketing websites nationwide. It did not cost me any more. I actually got to save $36,000 a year. With that being said, in 1986, I could not understand why a seller is the only one that gets screwed in a real estate deal. They have to get the house ready. They got to pay all the commission. They've got, where'd it go? They've got to fix out any repairs off the TRR that is asked for or negotiated. They have to fix an appraisal requirement, or the people can't get their money. So why can a buyer only write a contract, does not have to put up earnest money at all, which earnest money has become a joke, let me tell you. The reason I say that, if you'll read the state contract, anywhere in there, a person that is a buyer can walk just about at any time and get their earnest money back. So what good is it? It's not. I probably wrote, oh my God, at least 40 contracts in my lifetime without any earnest money. But it is a joke. But the thing is, once the NAR sold it, the MLS, that made me available to help the sellers. I'm passing that on. Okay?
So, you are available to real estate investors. What is the advantage to a real estate investor to doing business with you?
Everything. Everything. If you have questions about anything in real estate at any time, I want you to call me.
How did they get a hold of you? Did you give out the card? Were you one of the sponsors?
I am.
Yes.
I
Did they
am.
also on some of your paperwork you may have, you'll have contact information?
I do, yes. 688-5555. That is my number. 68, wait a minute, we gotta go back now. 405-688-5555.
See, when you started, they didn't have area codes.
When I started, they didn't even have asphalt on the street. Okay, any quick questions about real estate?
I just wanted to comment.
Yes.
I am a broker and I have used stand my last 2 sales. That's a recommendation right here.
Well, that's, and I love that recommendation, but she is my right-hand man because she is a very inexpensive lawyer to call.
Yes.
And she helped me. She actually, honestly, got me a quiet title for a 1031. I was less than 4 hours from losing $32,000.
Good job.
She got it pulled out of the hat. She's awesome. All right, people. Everything is about relationships. Remember that. You need a team. You've got great people here. You've got great coaches back here in the very back. You've got, they can help you. I can't even think about trying to teach what they're teaching for investors. I wouldn't even try. Yes, sir.
I have a question. Is it true that if you're an investor, if you use a real estate agent, it's a buffer between you and legal issues?
It will help you for legal issues because we've got to know it frontwards and backwards.
So,
It's
So as an investor, that takes the time that you would have to spend all that time figuring that out. You can trust a trusted real estate agent to inform you on some of those things.
you better have somebody who's got a lot of experience. Because right today, we've got 3,000 new agents on the streets that we didn't have a year ago today.
So it's important.
We were down to 2,200 agents this time last year, and now we're back up to 5,200. We usually have 5,500. But you definitely want somebody with experience to be advising you, 100%. And I'm one of them. And I'm free, so give me a call if I can help. If I can help, if you're doing something that you're wanting to buy or flip, whatever, I can assist you on that aspect of it, keep you out of trouble. If you're wanting to sell something, we do all the showing, request, all the feedback to you. You don't even have to do anything, but just pay me $9.99.
Thank you.